Your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the subscriber contracts. And today's contract, Dartmoor Disruptors, set in Dartmoor. And the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of Paul Anderson 37. So moving on to our briefing, a contract has been issued by Alexa. She has given the agency a list of 4 staff members and 1 family member who are disrupting the family unit. Get rid of them before any more damage is done. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them. 2 must be eliminated whilst disguised as the mansion staff, 1 via drowning and 1 unarmed, and the remaining 3 to be taken out as the bodyguard, 1 via garden fork, 1 via electrocution, and 1 via fiber wire. And we also have no bodies to be found excluding accidents and poisons. We cannot be spotted, and all shots must hit an NPC as our objectives. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the mansion staff. We're going to have a Seeker 1 stored up in the library, and we'll be bringing with us a fiber wire, a remote micro taser, and our silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to retrieve our Seeker 1 and make our way down the library stairs, where we will encounter 1, if not 2, of our first targets. There is our first target, and in the background, Mr. Fernsby. These are both the mansion staff eliminations. Unfortunately, Mr. Fernsby is in the way, as is usual with the butler, so we do need to just wait for him to finish speaking with Elaine. And when Elaine goes back to her usual routine, we should just be able to peek around the door frame here with our Seeker 1. We can then make the maid sick, and she will come to this bathroom directly behind us. I'm just going to move a safe distance because I don't trust that butler. And when the maid, our target, Elaine Sutton, joins us, we can follow her into the bathroom, and we can then reintroduce her to whatever it was that she had for breakfast. I'm guessing porridge or cereal. For me, it's coffee. So, target 1 taken care of. We need her body discovered, so we're going to overflow the sink here, which will attract the attention of one of the bodyguards from outside. He will come in and discover the body and clear it away. And if we can deal with Mr. Fernsby quick enough, we can then pounce on that bodyguard for his outfit that we will need later on. So we're going to move underneath the stairs, and we will find a vacuum cleaner just beneath the stairwell. And if we turn that on and then off again while the butler is in the room, he will come along to investigate. We can hide in the crate provided while he does, and once he's in position, we can exit our crate, pounce on the butler, and quickly break his neck. We can then hide him in the crate that we have warmed up for him, and that's our first 2 targets down. And hopefully at this point the bodyguard is clearing up the maid. There he goes. Now he's going to clear the body away, and then he's going to return to deal with the sink, because we've left it overflowing. So that will re-attract his attention. Doesn't really matter where he is. So when he comes in to finally investigate, we're going to let him turn off the sink. We can then pounce on him and we can render him unconscious. We're going to hide him in the closet provided, and we can then take his outfit and we can then progress on with our final 3 targets. So we need to take care of Emma Carlisle. She can be somewhat difficult, especially as we need to eliminate her in a certain way. So we're going to make our way back up the library stairs and up onto the balcony over the living room. And there is Emma. We do need to wait for her to move away. We want her in a position over by the garden door windows area. The bay windows area, I'm guessing you would call it, but it's a lot larger than any one I've seen before. So once she stood at the doorway there, we can take our Seeker 1 and we're just going to make sure that we get a nice clear shot off on her, and she will make her way to the same bathroom that the maid went to, except this time we will not be introducing her to her breakfast, for which I assume will consist of some form of alcohol. This time round it's a fibre wire elimination, so we're going to make our way back the way we came, back down the library stairs, and we're going to wait outside the bathroom for Emma to arrive, and she should be passing us any second now. There she goes. So she's going to make her way into the bathroom to be sick, and we just have to remember not to drown her but to garrote her. So 3 targets now taken care of. We have 2 more to go. 1 relatively easy, 1 can be tricky just due to the nature of the guard nearby. So we're going to make our way straight back through the living room area, and the private investigator, who is our next target, is in the room wandering around. So we're going to walk up to the hosepipe head and drop our taser on the floor, and then over in the corner here we will turn on the tap, and when Mr. Whitmer makes his way out into the garden, we can then trigger the taser and eliminate the nosy busybody. So that just leaves us with 1 more target, and our final target is the photographer. So we need a garden fork to eliminate him. Now there are several on the map. At the time of recording, the only one that I could remember the location of was behind the greenhouse. So we're going to run all the way to the rear of the greenhouse, out by the moors here, and we're going to retrieve a garden fork. I'm certain there's one closer somewhere else, quite possibly over by the wood pile where the bridge exit is. So once we have our fork in hand, we're going to take the gun that we've collected from the guard earlier, and we're going to drop it on the floor behind the guard guarding the fuse box. We're then going to use our garden fork to get the guard's attention. Now luckily for today's video, the guard has immediately spotted the gun and will immediately take it away, but it is 50-50 whether he will spot the gun. I think it's rather dependent on where it's on the floor, but quite a lot of the time he will not spot the gun until you literally put his face up against it and say, look, there's a gun. So once the guard takes the gun away, we're going to throw our garden fork over into the corner of the hedge where the crate is located, and that will get the attention of the photographer. And when he gets nice and close to that crate, we can then launch our garden fork at the back of his head. Just make sure you're crouching down through all of that, as there is a maid off in the distance who can sometimes spot you, especially putting away the body in the crate. I've been caught out numerous times by that on contracts before, which is why we duck down now. So all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and the nearest available safe exit will be the bridge exit. So we're just gonna casually stroll across and out of Dartmoor. So we have confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We met our objectives and we get our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.